This week, the American Society of Civil Engineers announced their latest report card for America's infrastructure. Kind of reminds me of when I was a kid and had to bring my report card home. Perhaps you went through the same thing. You were either happy to rush home and show your parents your marks, or if your marks were off, you knew you were in trouble. Every 4 years, for more than 20 years now, ASCE has been releasing its report card. It not only defines the problems facing our nation's infrastructure, but the report card also offers solutions across 17 categories of infrastructure. For road builders and suppliers like us, we again got bad marks. Roads scored a D and aviation scored a D+. I don't know about you, but I'm not rushing home with glee. So why the bad grades? The D for roads is based on the point that roads are underfunded, and more than 40% of the system is now in poor or mediocre condition. A backlog of rehabilitation needs is growing. Motorists are forced to pay over $1,000 every year in wasted time and fuel, and more than 36,000 people die on our nation's roads every year, including a rising number of pedestrian fatalities. The D+ for airports is based on a number of factors. Prior to the onset of COVID-19, the airports were faced with growing capacity challenges, with passenger travel increasing to 1.2 billion per year. Yet flight service only increased marginally, contributing to nearly 96 million delay minutes for airline passengers in 2019. I remember all too well the hours I've lost waiting around in airport terminals, and I'm sure you have too. Terminal gate and ramp availability was just not meeting demand. Under pre-COVID-19 projections, our system was projected to have a 10-year, $111 billion funding shortfall, and that gap was likely growing significantly with passenger volumes down and yet to recover from the pandemic. On the plus side, funding from Congress has risen from $11 billion in 2017 to approximately $15 billion a year today. These additional investments have made some difference in the aviation side. Without them, we'd likely be bringing home a D in aviation and not a D+ to mom and dad. And that leads me to a question for this week. Where are they? Where are mom and dad who are looking at infrastructure in this report card and saying, hey, America, have some pride in your family and your heritage. You can do better than this. All you need to do is apply yourself, make better decisions, buckle down, and do what's right. Our country has had absentee parents on infrastructure. For us to bring home better marks, federal, state, and local governments will need to prioritize strategic investments dedicated to improving and preserving roadways and airfields, as well as plan for them in the future, which will need to account on the roadway side for connected and autonomous vehicles. Our hope lies in the new administration, Congress, and transportation agencies, that they will step up. Americans recognize the need to repair our nation's aging and deteriorating infrastructure. It's time for mom and dad to intervene with motivation and resources to improve our grades. That's it for this week. Thank you for your membership. Please stay safe and make it a great week.